Hey guys, Sheldon back with another review. Today we're looking at the Super Action statue Pannacotta Fugo, or just Fugo as he's more commonly known, from Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5. So, fun fact, a lot of the characters from Part 5 are named after Italian foods, so Pannacotta is a kind of dessert, Narantia is an orange, and risotto is named after that pasta dish. Okay, anyway, let's look at the box really quickly. So here you go, some of the poses you can put them in, some of the accessories it comes with, display stand, which I'm not going to look at, alternate head, box art, box window, and more box art. Okay, so just a quick visual of the accessories he comes with. So not too many, but he comes with a few plot significant accessories. So let's take a closer look right here. So actually, aside from the two hands, or the two fists he comes with out of the box, the hands on either side, or the extra hands, are not going to be the same. So he has these two grouping hands, which we'll take a close look at in a second. He comes with these two like open hands, so one hand is spread out, the other hand, the fingers are kind of closed together, and then we have a pointing hand. And just something to note, my pointing hand came with like an extra chunk of plastic inside. I don't know why, but this is mostly like a manufacturing thing, but just wanted to make a note of that. And then he comes with a yelling face, which is pretty crucial, actually. I think Fugo is actually known for having a bad temper, so it's really nice. So it's really nicely painted, though. The inside of the mouth is painted. You can see that he's got teeth, of course, but it's really well done. And really sharp paint in the eyes and brows and really nice sculpted hair. Super cool. He comes with a fork right here, and this is really cool. This is when he stabs Narantia in the face for getting a math problem wrong, and so this one, you just slide it into this gripping hand right here. So super cool. And then he comes with a stapler, and the stapler is, again, I believe, when he is stapling Narancia's stomach shut because they don't have any medical supplies. So it's really cool that they included these kind of fun accessories. It really shows that the figure makers really had the fans in mind with these kind of fun, neat little scenes or accessories from these like small scenes. He comes with a watch, and to be honest, I don't remember what the watch was for or where it was from. Maybe he just wore a watch in the manga, I don't know, but he does come with one. And then the final accessory is this big mirror, and you can also see my setup in there, so hello. Anyway, but this one is for when he fights Eluso, I believe. It's the man in the mirror fight, and it's like the first time you see purple haze. But really nicely done. This is a piece of plastic right here, but pretty good reflectiveness. And then for the frame itself, though, you got some wood grain. It is sculpted, so it's actually very nice. You can see that the frame has nice decoration throughout. Even has shading throughout the back. And actually, here is the frame right next to Fugo, so it's a pretty good size. Alright, so speaking of Fugo, let's take a look at the figure itself. Alright, so he stands with his feet slightly apart, a little under 6 inches, so a little bit smaller, but the characters from about part 4 or 5 on tend to get smaller. They're not like big and bara like they were in Battle Tendencies in Part 3, so that's okay. And that comes out, I'm guessing, about 15 centimeters, right? Yeah, so a little under 15. So here he is, though, right next to his stand, Purple Haze. So his Purple Haze stands a little taller, as is expected, though, and I'll be doing him next. Okay, so let's take a look at the articulation. So let's go top to bottom. Alright, so for his head, pretty standard for this lion, though. He's got that hinged ball joint right here, so not bad. So you're not going to go up very far, thanks to the hair, actually, and then you get a little bit going down. But if you can see, if you rotate it to the side, then there's nothing getting in the way right here. So the articulation is there. The sculpt does get in the way sometimes. And then the neck, it is a single ball joint or ball peg down here, so you do get side to side. Some pretty decent rotation right here. You can rotate it, but it's just kind of a hassle to grab onto his neck. And then combined going forward, so you can look at his feet. And again, going up, you're not going to get that much thanks to that hair. And then the tie, unlike Kira, is not removable and is glued on because he only has one tie anyway. And I do want to say, the tie is done really well. It's got these strawberries painted on, and there's even these little seed details right there. So it's very nice. And it is a soft piece, by the way. And then for the shoulders, we have about 90 degrees right here. And then you have these shoulder pads, not pads, but I don't know, shoulder somethings. But they do swivel just so they don't get in the way when you rotate it. And then you have this ball disc. I forgot what that's called, but it's pegged into the torso, pegged into the biceps. So you do get a little bit of the swivel right here. If you can, if I can show you. So a little bit. And then at the elbow, double jointed, pretty good range of motion. For some reason, this side is a little farther, or goes further than the other one, but whatever, that's fine. Still pretty good range of motion though, greater than 90 degrees. And then the elbow also swivels, and actually the elbow pad gets in the way sometimes, but you could practically do 360, no problem. And of course it's pegged into the forearm, so you could rotate it at the forearm if you wanted. For the wrist, it is that peg right here, so you have rotation like in the wrist, you can have rotation in the hand, and you have a swivel right here. And of course, combined with that rotation at the shoulder and at the elbow, you shouldn't have any problem doing these kind of poses, so that's kind of nice. For the ab, we have a single ball joint up here, so let me see if I can just do just that. So that's really it. And that's it going back. So pretty limited, to be honest. And then down here, it is a ball joint right here. So again, not that much range of motion. I do like that I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be his underwear. So it's kind of a funny detail, or kind of nice touch, that like when he leans forward, the underwear kind of goes in, and then when he leans back, the underwear gets exposed, which is kind of like what you'd expect in real life. Anyway, so here it is though, combined. It's not bad. Going side to side. Going forward is pretty limited. It does look pretty cool when the jacket flares out though, but going back, it will get in the way. So that's just something to be wary about. Speaking of jacket, it is soft down here, you can see. So it is a soft piece. A little thicker up here, but still soft ultimately. For the legs, we have, let me pull out ball joints. So here it is, doing these splits. Can't get full splits, but the character doesn't do splits anyway. Legs going forward actually are kind of limited. And that is because of the sculpt right here. You do have a thigh swivel right here, so that's pretty nice. And if you swivel it out to the side and then bring the legs up, then you'll get 90 degrees. So not bad, but again, it's going to be angled, so just something to take note of. And then going back, jacket will get in the way, but you can kind of finagle it to go backwards, I think. Maybe? Nah. The butt sculpt gets in the way. Okay. So knees, though, double jointed, pretty good range of motion right here. And then for the ankles, here it is going down, here it is going up, toe hinge. Then you have an ankle rocker right here, which is pretty good, unimpeded. Alright. So range of motion is pretty good thanks to the sculpt. Let's see, the joints are a little bit more obvious though. You can see them right here, that they stick out. The wrists actually don't seem that bad because it's kind of what an action figure looks like anyway. Right here it's a little big, but overall articulation is hidden fairly well. Okay. So let's talk about the paint and sculpt really quickly though. So I am a fan of the character design. I know among some fans they say that Fugo's outfit is the worst because he's wearing a Swiss cheese suit, and I can see that. I personally like it because it's just so ridiculous though. I mean, because look at him, he's like wearing a blazer but shirtless, and he's wearing a tie for some reason, and then he's like, he got this purple underwear. And just like, why? Why is he missing so much of his clothes? So I like it because it's just so ridiculous. It's mostly a single color, but there is nice shading throughout though. that there is nice depth to it. So that's good. And I do like, again, the small details, like these strawberries. We have this winter green belt right here, and even like this gold. The gold buckle is a very nice touch right here. And then the shoes, got this lime green edges right here in the bottom. And again, more strawberries. So in terms of paint sculpt, you know, pretty typical of this line. It's done fairly well. And the articulation is actually pretty good. So I would say if you're a fan of the character and you do like Fugo, it is a good representation and it's a good figure for him. If you're not a fan, I could say I recommend it because the articulation is pretty good. It's a little smaller, again, but it's appropriate with the character. The outfit is a bit unusual, so I can see people getting hung up on that. And I suppose I don't know, it's a guy in a suit, so I guess it's not quite as exciting as a stand. But he's shirtless, so I mean, you know, there's some appeal there. But yeah, I would recommend it if you find that this character is at least cool looking. Okay, anyway, that pretty much does it for this review. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. I'm going to put this guy in some poses at the end. Alright guys, thanks for watching.